It's the Full Force News Burst, brought to you by GeneralsJoes Reborn.com with me, Diagnostic 80 and Justin Bell. Leaks everywhere and not a drop to drink. Is that a f***ing retail snake eyes? As if today wasn't exciting enough with news of a retro ore striker, no, we also get a leaked image of the full G.I. Joe classified lineup, including retail snake eyes. The image appeared online courtesy of an auction group on Facebook and most likely originates from the Far East, but as most leaked images go, there isn't a lot of info to go along with it. The lineup is as expected, with 2 Snake Eyes figures in a case, and despite a rather grainy and reflective shiny image, it's hard to make out Snake Eyes in detail. It does appear, however, that the expected removal of his real-life Uzi and pistol did go ahead, and in their place are the more family-friendly blasters. There also seems to be some differences in the head sculpt and in some of the deco choices, with black aspects to the knee pads and secondaries. That said, it is almost impossible to say for sure what those differences actually are, so we'll just have to wait for the official reveal. We also get a nice colourful package, just like the other characters get, with almost like red aspects on Snake Eye's body. Justin, all of your thoughts, please.
Oh, it's awesome. It's so cool seeing kind of like, you don't know if they're like in hand, like in customer hands, but they're obviously in person. They're somewhere in some stage of distribution. It looks like the picture was taken on a concrete floor or something with some yellow stripes, so whether that's a warehouse or what. But yeah, I think we all kind of knew that the standard release Snake Eyes would be a part of the first retail assortment. It only makes sense. It is tough to tell any specific details with the image, with the reflections and the shine and the somewhat graininess. And is it just my imagination, or does every single like kind of original picture like this? It's always grainy and out of focus.
Yeah,
it's like
take a decent picture.
You want to grab these people and say, come on, man, can't you get a little bit closer than that?
I know, if you're going to illegally leak this stuff, at least get like high quality, high definition.
Exactly.
What is this, the 60s? No.
No kidding. But yeah, I mean, you can tell the shape of the blaster looks a little bit different on Snake Eyes. It does not look like the Uzi. It looks like something else. Can't really tell what.
I actually thought his pistol was different, but in one of those pictures, it looks like a different pistol, and the other version of the figure next to him, it actually looks like the original pistol. So, I take that one back for now. It could be that it's difficult to see. Is it possible? Is it possible that we have 2 versions of Snake Eyes rather than 2 to a case, or am I just being crazy?
Yeah, I would be loath to say that based on a grainy kind of reflective picture. I mean, anything's possible, but I sincerely doubt that.
We've still got the silencer, haven't we?
Yes. Yeah, I do see the silencer, and if it was a different pistol, it probably wouldn't have the silencer. I think it's just probably a distorted image you're seeing on the left-hand side.
Yeah.
But I don't know that for sure, but I suspect that's what it is. With that weird distortion, the Snake Eyes on the left almost looks like he comes with a pistol that looks like it's from the Rise of Cobra, that kind of unique kind of bulbous laser pistol. It looks almost exactly like that with the distorted silhouette, which is what I kind of thought it was originally. And then I looked at the picture on the right, and which is a little bit clearer, and it does look like the normal pistol, but I thought that was interesting. Yeah.
I also like the fact you use the word bulbous.
Bulbous.
We also get his card art, but with a kind of red kind of lighting over it, which is quite effective. Again, it's grainy, we can't see it exactly, but that goes to show that there is an actual color version of that artwork as well.
Exactly. Yeah. And it's the same artwork as from the Pulse exclusive version, just a little bit, like you said, they're slightly different colors.
The head sculpt I'd like to talk to you about, because again, we can't see exactly, but do you think there's a commando head in there, or do you think it's like a black visor?
I think it's got to be a black visor. I mean, the art on the package, she's got a visor, so it seems like I'm not anticipating a commando head. I think they might save that for a whole separate release, maybe. I don't know.
It's probably the lighting, it's probably the poor picture, but it does look to me like the 2 different card art elements are different pieces of art.
Yeah.
Slightly different visor kind of art pieces. Now, again, I'm just saying this as I look at it, and it probably won't be the case. We're probably looking at 2 identical figures here, but stay with me on this. It looks like one of them has the visor on the left, and the one on the right has almost like a smooth goggle appearance. And I wonder if they are doing 2 versions of this f***ing figure, and no one's noticed it or said anything yet.
Anything's possible.
I'm throwing it out there. It's probably bollocks, but it's out there. It's Justin Bollocks is what it is. In any case, Justin, are you excited at this stage now that we're seeing these figures almost like getting closer to us?
Oh yeah, I mean they've got to be in some manner of distribution at this point. Yeah, I mean they're in a case and they're being moved from one place to another. So I think it's only a matter of time. And I can't remember off the top of my head what the release date was stated on the Pulse. Do you remember?
I want to say it was like in the June area.
Yeah.
But
so,
it's probably much further along than that now, isn't it?
It would almost seem that way, yeah.
Although they did bring out the deluxe snake eyes, like we got that in hand remarkably fast. So fingers crossed we get these.
Yeah.
I'm really impressed that we've actually managed to see these have seen the light of day during the current pandemic. It's been quite impressive, to say the least.
Yeah, no kidding. Things are starting to get back to somewhat relative normalcy as far as action figure distribution goes. Which really is what else matters.
Exactly. I was just going to say that.
I can't go to the grocery store, but as long as I get my G.I. Joe figures, I'm good.
In any case, guys, obviously that's all we've seen. It's just a leaked image. People keep asking me where it's from, and I'm like, well, I was literally just resharing it again, as it appeared. I'm sure, as a leaked image goes, the person that posted it doesn't want credit. Like, I'm just sure that's the case. Like, otherwise you'd know who it was. We don't know who it is. We don't know how legitimate it is. But to be honest, looking at it, studying it, seeing everything that's like in and around it, it looks pretty legit to me. And obviously we will probably have to kind of say at this stage it's not official. We don't know if this is, we don't know the ins and outs of it. It's a leaked image. So with that, take it as you will, with a pinch of salt if you want to. We're just discussing it as if it is real and as if it is the final item that we're going to see. And I think in most likelihood it will be. But just to kind of cover our bases here, this is not official. It's a leaked image. We don't know who it's from. We just know that it was in an auction group on Facebook and that it's probably from the Far East. That's all we can say on the source. As soon as the source does make themselves clear, we will obviously attach credit to that particular person in later bursts. But as it is at the moment, we have no clue because that's the kind of level of journalism that we do at the Full Force podcast. Justin, mate, thank you so much for jumping on.
Yeah, sure.
Really appreciate it, buddy.
My pleasure.
That's it for this installment of the Full Force News Burst. Thank you to my awesome co-host, Justin Bell. See you next time, and as always, bollocks. Full Force.
Full Force.
Make sure you get involved with the discussion by liking, sharing and commenting on these videos, and as always you can keep up with the show after listening by following on Twitter @The Full Force, liking the Facebook page facebook.com/The Full Force, and if you would like to contact the show you can message us on either of those platforms with feedback or questions. We have also started a Patreon page, so if you want to see your name up in lights on these videos or enjoy exclusive bonus content, then check out patreon.com/The Full Force Podcast or click the link on any of the posts this podcast appears in. Full Force.